It's down in the dungeon time. I am your host, Tim Enriquez, here to announce the Dungeons and Dragons, my team, D&D, going up against a similarly named foe, the Greek legends. And we should have a lot of mythical creatures here looking to battle it out. I'm very excited. It is TFO, baby. TFO Week 1, kicking the season off. And Uranus hits it to the Displacer Beast. Gets to the 20, makes some moves. Now he's out to the 30. Can he dodge a couple guys? Does. To the 40. Down to the nice 27. Hell of a return, but then he's out of first play. One awesome return, and down goes the Displacer Beast. His tentacles obviously got stepped on, and in comes the Mimic. We got a little bit of motion as Tiamat, the five-headed queen of all dragons, looks around, gets chased. Her arm was in motion, but the sea god Poseidon was angry that day, my friends, and takes down Tiamat. Tiamat goes in motion, looks to roll this time, gets through somebody, pops through one other person, gets to the 20. Nice pickup to get back some of those lost yards. Everybody's 4 wide. Tiamat surveys, she calls her own number again, is able to get through that first down. Not a huge pickup, but moves the chains, and they're in the red zone. Motion again. Tiamat does not hand off. She does have a man deep in the end zone. Got the Beholder right there in the corner. Hard to catch the ball, but what the Beholder does with no hands, of course, the Beholder's a giant floating orb with 8 eye stalks, but he cast a paralyzation ray on the ball as it was floating by him, and that was successful. And able to get that kick off. These kicks are going to be missed with this setup. About 10 to 15% of the time, you're going to be missing your extra points, so it's crucial to make them in. Here comes Eros with a nice initial return. Good starting position here. The Greek legends going a little bit of a different playbook. Zeus is going to pull, got some wide open green space on the first play of the game, dragged down after a 9-yard run. Nice call on that one. Now Zeus is in the shotgun formation. No pressure, looks to pass, does have a man open, but it's blocked. 2 defenders got in his face. He's back under the gun, 3rd and 1. Quick little pitch to Sanders, who gets up there and does pick up the first down. I don't know if that's Barry Sanders or somebody else. Okay, there's somebody at Zeus's feet. Will it distract him? It does not. He's able to get it off to Titan Atlas, who then makes some moves, makes a couple of guys miss as he's dragged down at the 34. 2-back formation for Zeus. His beard flows, but everybody's around him. And Prince Orcus, yes, the demon who rules one of the levels of hell, takes down Zeus. And Sanders somehow pops 2 guys, pops another guy. Look at the power there. Pops a 4th, and then finally taken down. Wow, it looks like Sanders went all out on the hitting power, and he's cutting through the D&D defense. Here comes a little run play. But that guy was pretty strong, and he rips him down for a 3-yard loss. Man in motion. Zeus hands off. Powerful play, but Sanders is that's Agamemnon is dragged down. 3rd and 13. This is big. He's got a little bit of time. May have that man open in the middle. Can he find him? And he does. In coverage, he still fires. Barry God Sanders. Now we get that. Barry God Sanders from Almighty Zeus. And Zeus threw a thunderbolt there and was able to connect. Let's see if D&D can put some pressure on. They connect with the guy, but he's still able. The ball was just up as the man kicked it. And it's a tie ball game. A lot of action here in the first 2.5 minutes. The Mimic now filling in for the Displacer Beast. Of course, one thing about these builds is your subs are at least had some points, so they aren't going to be that much worse than the original. Tiamat again goes 4 wide, looks to pass this time. She's got a 1 down to the bottom. The Beholder, who scored last time, again grabs the ball, floats down. Will anybody catch him? He's looking awfully fast. One more diver, and the Beholder, so close, down to the 1. Let's see if now they can punch it in with a high-powered run game. A little bit of motion. I wouldn't have gone this play myself personally. Tiamat is greedy, wants to take it herself, is known for hoarding glory. Again, we're 4 wide here. She calls her own number. There's some blockers up there. She's not able to get in. This is crucial. They do not want to settle for a field goal here. Man in motion, just hand it off to the very fast Hound, who's held up at the 1. Giant defense, and they say, fuck it, we are going for it. I would have called the Golem's number here. Tiamat decides to call her own number and just evades. Gutsy call there to not settle for the field goal, and Tiamat does punch it in for a nice TD. Let's see if they can put that extra point cap on. Here comes the Lizard Man out to get the kick. A little bit of pressure and sneaks it through. Lizard Man makes that 7-point lead. So we've had 3 touches and 3 touchdowns. I wonder if that's how it's going to go this season. Or will defenses start to reign supreme as conditions factor in? Okay, Arrows with a decent return again out past the 30. First quarter winding down, man in motion, look to do that handoff to Agamento, not caught up behind the line this time. In fact, finds the outside, only one man to beat, and he hurls him. Can anybody catch him? There's one guy left who does make a diving grab and drag him down just before the 10. Big play there. Now can the defense do anything with that gift that they were just given? Here comes this run play, which shouldn't fucking score, but does. Nice moves there by Barry God Sanders. Gets a gift to get in on that one. And we're up to 4 for 4. Not excited about the lack of defense. Right, if it's not clear, I own the D&D team. Raj asked me who to announce, and I was obviously a selfish bastard and said, well, I want to fucking announce my own team. And of course, I'm pulling heavily for D&D. Let's roll the dice here. Let's see what the Mimic can do. Gets around a couple people and plows out to about the 22. Haven't seen much of the run game here. D&D looking past. We are 60-60. There's a lot of pressure. Tiamat fires. Ooh, that was a dangerous throw. Lots of defenders there. Lucky to come away with just an incompletion. Man in motion. Does the fake. Oh, she's got somebody wide open if she can throw the ball. She finds the Beholder just perfectly in the little bread basket. And no one's going to catch the Beholder this time. That's a walk-off TD. Glorious. That's what we're talking about. And now we're up to 5 for 5. Someone's going to stumble at some point. Who's going to stumble first? And it could again come down to a missed extra point, but not that one, as it again sneaks through a mass of people piling in right as that kick gets kicked off. Lizard Man, medium kick. Arrows to return from his own 10. Some guys come flying through. He's still on his feet somehow. Escaped a mass of humanity and mythical creatures. Horns, blades, everything firing around. Looks like Zeus wants to roll. He's got pretty good blocking setup there. Oh, he's got very nice moves. Look at him go there. Where's the defense? He's to the 10. They do drag him down. They had no problem punching it in on the 10 before. Looks like Zeus is calling his own number again. Can we get some guys to shift up? Slightly better coverage this time, as Zeus will gain 3. Zeus again calls his own number, but this time they're totally ready for him, and he loses 8. Big loss, big loss. 3rd and 14. Does have 2 choices. He's got Fairy God, but Zeus pushed it just a little too much, and they're forced to settle for the field goal, our first non-TD attempt. And field goals here, not that easy to come by with the amount of pressure that comes shooting in, and he's going to doink it in. So he does stay within 4. Sky God Uranus, clock that one in. Here comes the Mimic. He'll be standing at his 19, ready to return the ball. Makes one man miss, goes right into, should have headed to the outside though, stayed in the middle. Unacceptable. 2-back formation. Oh, they're ready for the run game. We've been waiting to call the Iron Golem's number, and despite his giant lumbering stature, they were able to drag him down. He's got a man up top. He finds the Golem this time, but it's, oh, I thought it was an overthrow, but it was not. Iron Golem, he's so tall with a huge jump. Dragged down at the 6, but very impressive. I thought the ball was over his head. Let's see if they can punch it in again. 4 wide here. Is Tiamat going to keep it herself? No, she's going to pitch it to the fearsome Hound of Hell, who then streaks into the end zone. That's what we're talking about. Those 4 legs, the fiery breath, the red eyes. No one could stop him. And the Hound of Hell found that plane and crossed it. And then a pretty quick kick. No one's even there. Lizard Man drops it in 28-17. Big kick this time from Lizard Man. Eros will be standing at his own end zone. He takes it. Let's see if they can get a little better coverage. He's in that mass of humanity, and this time does not escape and is dragged down. We have yet to see them run that flea flicker play. I'm curious as to how that's going to go. There, this is the play they scored on, but dragged down. Everybody was ready for that this time. Zeus says, screw that. I'm keeping it myself. He gets pretty good blocking here. Can they prevent him from the first? They do good recovery to not let him get that first down. 3rd and 5. This is crucial. Will D&D get the ball again before the end of the half? They pitch it up to Barry God, and it looks like he's going to secure the first just over there to keep the chains moving and to let that clock tick down just a little bit. A score here, and they'll stay right within the game. Oh, called play, and Zeus is dragged down from Barbarian Rage, who's frothing at the mouth and snorting mushrooms. The pitch to Barry God, pretty good lineup. Oh, but he's dragged down. Somebody threw somebody and then stopped him behind the line. Very impressive. Here comes Zeus. Oh, and there's a big pressure and the battle axe. That's a +3 magic axe for you folks at home. Can't put pluses or numbers inside in the names, but I earned that. My 5th level fighter earned that when I was a 12-year-old boy, and it was one of my most exciting days in my life. Here he comes. All right, 42 seconds left. Let's see, can they do anything with it? Man in motion, I sense we're going to see a run. No, it's a fake, but Heracles drags them down. Nobody was ready. They were ready for that. Nobody thought they were going to run with just a few seconds left. Man in motion again. This time they're super ready for it. They call it, and down he goes. Lucky to not get a safety on the 1 here. They don't want to turn the ball over. What's going to happen? 4 wide. What do? Tiamat keeps it herself to try to be safe. She does escape. And now they're just looking to punt it away and hope nothing shitty happens. For a second, they were dreaming dreams of really adding to their lead. Luckily, the Night Hag does get the ball off. She was getting ready to get tackled, but then she stared at the face of someone and almost petrified him. And then Arrows dragged down. But they have a chance here. They actually should try a super long field goal. They do not. Let's see if that works out for them. They try that run play. That worked well one time, but not again. It does pick up a solid 9 from it. But down goes Sanders. All right, pretty exciting. Very offensive-focused half. I wonder if that's going to be the case for most of it. Very interesting to see these teams, right? All going to be relatively similar setups. So the big difference is going to be playbooks, where you allotted some of your points, although I think most of that was kind of common sense as to where at least most of the points were going to go. And then who you made your captains, who you made your superstars. And, of course, some of it's going to be luck. Some of it's going to be that RNG. Some of it's going to be injuries and conditions. We got all sorts of things going on there. Oh, and what happened there? That is just unfair, folks. One of the guys drank an invisibility potion a little early and somehow walked right through Zeus despite the fact that he should have been tackled. Nobody appreciates that. They do get a nice call play as a slight makeup call, clearly, from the unfairness that just occurred. Here comes Barry. Again, he's getting better gains than I would have expected out of that play. Man in motion. Let's see if D&D can stop him here. We need to crash through the line on that play and not let that guy go free, especially when it's oh, thank God the top cornerback came off and was just in time to knock it away. I believe that's my Storm Giant who was able to make that play. Mimic's going to field the ball. Looks like it's going to be a little too deep, though. So he stands in his end zone, and they'll take it from the 20. Let's see what D&D can do here. They had a piss-poor showing when they got the ball last time. This time, a little bit better. Good. Oh, Gollum teases people, runs in pretty close, and then just sprints away from everybody, trying to pick up his feet. Can he get another diver? And he's down. Oh, but he coughs up the ball costly, and D&D can't get there just in time. So like a punt, but like a punt on first down, not what you're looking for. The Iron Golem was flaunting his display a little bit there after having a huge pickup. And they knocked the ball out right at the end. Zeus in the shotgun formation. Looks like they're going bomb desperation. He did that just to pull him away. Oh, well read. The DB raced up and knocked it away. 3rd and 7 all of a sudden. Here we go again. Lots of pressure, and the Basilisk comes in, stares at Zeus, and he temporarily turns to stone. Lots of pressure, and that is why we made the right outside linebacker a superstar, folks. Look at the power, look at the pressure. The Hound took a bad angle, but does get a good block. Only picks up 2 extra yards because of it. Thought he was going to break it to the outside. Let's see the Hound again, hit to the bottom. No, they fake it. They've got somebody across the middle. He finds the Frost Giant. Yes, the Frost Giant. We haven't heard much from him, but all of a sudden, nice catch. And there he is. Look at him go. A little bit of unfair. He's so much taller than the other players. And Tiamat just sped it towards him. Lizard Man again gets that kickoff. And now D&D starting to build what may be an insurmountable lead. 35-17. Oh, and he's dragged down, does not even make the 20. Man in motion. The handoff. Gets some pretty good blocking. Gets around some people. Solid 8-yard pickup. 4 wide. The pitch to Barrygod, who does pick up the first. Keeps the chains moving. They're not quite in absolute desperation mode, but they're going to need some offense and some points on this possession. 4-yard pickup. Here comes Zeus again. Oh, this time they're all ready for him. Lucky he didn't cough up the ball. That would have been a fumble 6. This is a big play. Going to have a man across the middle. He decides to, actually, he's got the guy at the bottom, and it's just enough. They needed 13. They got 15. Good decision by Zeus to toss it down there. I didn't see him open initially. Looks like they're doing same play. A lot of pressure, though. And Prince Orcus, the man who blocked the punt, comes in for his 2nd sack. He's feeling good. His wand of Orcus giving him all sorts of superpowers. And there was something going on. I think they were trying that flea flicker play. That was blown up by the +3 battle axe, who can strike even the strongest of foes. A little bit of pressure. He's got somebody in his face and forces Zeus to throw it away. Now it's the 4th quarter. Oh, bad timing. Now they've got to go for it here. Looks like they're trying the flea flicker. Will we bite on it? They collapse around him. The line cannot hold. And that just collapses. And all of a sudden, D&D looking with good position here. Although called play, Tiamat loses a quick 7. 2-back formation. Oh, again a called play. Gollum sneaks through the very first wave, but still loses several yards. Here comes the red gun, man in motion. Someone's picked up. Usually means someone's going to be open. Can he find him? Finds the Gollum who was there, and then coughs it up again. What the hell? Double fumble for the Gollum in 2 possessions. Let's chase this bastard down, people. It was such a great play. Everyone was there. He gained just enough yards to keep the chains moving, then coughs up the ball. We don't like to see that, especially because he was paid reasonably well on ball control. And there's Zeus with a big fumble. Turns it over to the Blue Dragon, one of Tiamat's servants. Not quite as powerful, but pretty beastly. And they decide to say, you know what, we've got faith in the Gollum. They give it right back to him, but called play, man, they have been keying in on that play all night. Lots of people in motion. They decide not to just hand it off to the Hound, although the Hound will be streaking over. They say, screw it, we're throwing to the Beholder. Can we get a jump? Oh, I thought maybe the Beholder could somehow cast Charm Person on his defender and let him go. Somebody's open. Can he throw it? Oh, he's forced to throw it too low to the Frost Giant. 4th and 14. But time is burning, and now desperation mode is beginning to set in. Big punt. Will it be too deep? The Night Hag fires, unable to free anybody. Eros, a perfect punt from the Night Hag at the 1. Gets good blocking. Gets beyond the 20. Oh, luckily a diving tackle. He would have picked up another 10 yards there. So 2:21. Can they mount an impossible comeback? Agamemnon gets around everybody. Look at all the green. This is the play they were dreaming of. Oh, they don't even stop him. Finally, down at the 10. Huge pickup there. That'll certainly boost his stats. Zeus now in the gun. don't know if I'd call a Hail Mary when I'm only 11 yards away, but he decides to fire it to somebody. Nope, just throws it out of bounds for another try. Time is really ticking. Here comes that flea flicker again. Let's see if the line blows up. Oh, they were ready for it. I have a feeling that's going to be a costly decision. And Zeus decides to keep it himself. He's got a pretty good amount of green. One guy drags him down, though, to burn the clock, and they use their last time out, and it's pretty much all she wrote, but now they're playing for a little bit of pride. They give it to Barry God. This time he's dragged down just the way he's supposed to be. And they do not get the extra points now. They're dreaming dreams of the safety. They're going to give it to the Golem, and he does have a fair amount of green. Let's see if he can hold on to the ball this time. He does. Picks up a nice yardage. It burns up a lot of clock. Let's see if they can pad their stats. They decide to run. Tiamat's got a little something. She's not looking incredibly fast, but pretty solid pickup there. 15 yards. Last play of the game. What are we going to do? Again, it's 4 wide. Do we just have Tiamat take it herself? No, pitches it to the Hound, who decides to plunge right back into the middle of the pile. Doesn't get much. Well, pretty exciting opener. Certainly exciting if you're me. I do hate to see the huge amount of yards we gave up. That was pretty rough, but the passing defense was pretty awesome, and the passing offense worked pretty well. Very exciting to start the season off. And here's to some more. Thanks for spending time down in the dungeon.